What's up, guys? Welcome back to Being the Hero. Yes, so this is the second part, what you wish to see. Ah, so nice, yeah? Did you have that? Would you ever have that where you had a vision or a dream and you wish to see that actually be real in real life? Yeah, I have that many times actually. I live partly in the future, if you ask me, and it's not always helpful, but sometimes it is. And so there's going to be a particular distinction I want to share with you here because what we usually experience when we're actually on this journey is that we somehow have this disconnection between what we wish to see and real life, right? Where you say, I wish I had hundreds of thousands of bucks on my bank account. And then real life hits you in the face and says, I'm sorry, you're broke. Yeah. And so sometimes reality doesn't really match your wishful thinking, isn't it? And in this case, we want to actually explore, okay, like how can we really navigate this a little bit better? How can we use our wishes and our desires better so that they actually serve us and so we don't get hung up on them? I learned this one actually, a couple years back, I gotta say, because I noticed that there's something really powerful that happens when you do certain things, and that is letting go of expectations, right? We've actually drawn ourselves to expectations quite a bit. Like you notice that everyone is kind of going around expecting things from everybody else. You actually have usually one of two experiences. Number one experience, you are disappointed. Yes, because though they haven't met your expectations, so of course you're disappointed, right? And number two, you expected it anyway, so whatever, let's just move on. And so you either live a life of whatever or you live a life of disappointment. Both scenarios, terrible, right? I don't want to live a life like that. And so there's actually really no reason for you to have expectations. Now, in many occasions, we would say, ooh, wait a minute. Expectations are the reason why actually I'm performing at such a high standard. Is that correct? So I would love to actually invite you to experiment with that and see if actually something else occurs. Because from what I've seen, you don't need any expectations in order to achieve anything. Yeah. In fact, no expectations achieves so much more. Yeah. Because we get so much more creative when we don't expect from other people something that they haven't even promised. Yeah. And so, how do we really go about this? How do we turn expectations around? Well, the good news is we can turn expectations around by tuning into intention. Intention is a bit tricky because we feel like it's not something that we've practiced so often, right? We've always said, what do you want from this? How do you wish the world to be different? And then people would say, I wish the world to be like this. And then there would be no personal, and therefore I will do a certain thing. Therefore I will create this thing in my life. Therefore I will get up early in the morning. Therefore I'll, put on some music before I start the job, right? So intention is actually something that comes from within, where you say, I will, put my energy, my attention, my effort into a certain thing, and then I will see what come out of that, right? And so if I, for example, wish to see the future a certain way, I say I want to like hit a certain target with my business, right? I want to create a certain amount of business. When you don't actually expect anything from the other people, and you just put your intention into creating relationships and offering your services, all of a sudden people feel like, hey, it's kind of nice, an opportunity out there that they can take. And even if they don't take it, you have never expected them to take it. So it's not like you're disappointed in them because they don't take it, right? And so sometimes we walk around and we really just expect all kinds of stuff from people, and therefore we get disappointed, we get in a bad mood if anybody reacts differently than we think they should. And this is your chance to actually step up and change that and change expectations completely, remove them completely out of your life and turn them into intention. And take this as an experiment for just 1 week and see actually how much you accomplished that week. And I wonder that after that week, whether you are actually ready to fully let go of your expectations. And you see that, maybe I don't need them. Maybe I'm actually so much better. I'm actually a hero when I am not running on expectations. And if that's the case for you, then I can't wait to hear it. Until then, I wish you a fantastic day. Bye.